Going from washing machine up to door of life. We are knocking on our low back, low rib cage on the kidney area, feeling that reverberate through our kidneys. Activating our adrenal glands that sit on the kidneys, our get up and go, our cortisol, our adrenaline. And then underneath the collarbone, so you can slow it down. Feel that reverberate through your chest cavity, your rib cage. Then up and over the shoulder. And if you're like me, I got a lot of layers on today. So I can not feeling a big whap here. And then we'll make our way back down. Collarbones. Knocking on the door of life. And back to washing machine. Let's warm up through the legs. So let's do our heel taps and our arm shakes. This helps the blood and lymph fluid get moving through our legs and feet, arms and hands. Take our fingers and we'll tap on the center seam of our head if we had one, which we don't. Then we'll take those fingers and thumbs along the side of the head, the temples, so above the ears, all the way from the face back to the middle of the back of the head. Make a few passes. And then knock on the base of the skull with your fingertips. I should say tap, not knock. Where the neck and the head come together from the center all the way out to the sides toward the ears and back. And then we'll tap on our forehead, our temples, under the eyes, so the cheekbones, the cheeks, under the nose with one hand, under the chin or under the mouth, above the chin with one hand. And then the jawline. We'll go back to the back of our head again. Down to the chest, Tarzan taps. This can serve a dual purpose. Just to loosen that chest congestion if you have any. Over to the side. Back to center. Other side. Back to center. Belly knocks underneath the navel. You can go up the right, across, down the left. I'm not mirroring right now. And then we'll do our leg slaps. We're just going to do one of these. So let's tap on the sides of our hips. So we're going to do one and slow it down. And then knocks on our glutes with our soft fist. So check in, feeling around the greater trochanter of the hip on the sides. Top of the pelvis, the pelvic crest, where all those glute muscles attach, just go from the outside to the inside. Whew. It's always amazing how much tension we hold in our glutes and hips. And then we'll do our leg slaps with our flat palms. We're going to go down the outside to the knee, hang out at the knee. Down toward the ankle. Around each foot to the inside of the ankle and then come up the inside toward the knee. So hang out at the inside of the knee. Back to hip creases. And then let's check in. Palms forward, QiGong stance. Notice what you feel. Deep belly breath. What do you feel in your legs, arms, hands, fingers? And then arm shakes, heel taps. You can feel that movement in your face. Let's do Zen circles. One hand is behind the back. We scoop. It's an inhale, scoop. And exhale around. Notice what muscles are activated during this scoop. You're using your glutes, your hips, your thighs. The muscles around your knees. One more on this side. And then there's all the benefit to the arm and shoulder. So let's go ahead and scoop. Other side. So it's an inhale. There's a little bit of a lunge as we scoop. Feel how nice that is on that shoulder to open up. One more. All right. Opening the flow. So we've got our feet are shoulder distance apart. We're gonna sweep those arms or bend the knees. Last one. And then we'll do water waves. So we imagine that we're dragging our hands through water. Let's go ahead and keep our heels on the floor. So we're going to shift our weight from side to side without lifting that back heel. You can check in and see how much twist you'd like in your body today. So we're starting out with those hands at about heart height. And then we'll lower them down to about waist height. And then lower down a little bit farther. Right into wipe the mirror, dust the counter. Keep our feet on the floor, shifting the weight from side to side. Taking some nice big exhales, let go. And then slow it way down. Notice if the brain chatter slows down. And then the breathing up. Inhale, gather. Exhale, release. And heel taps, arm shakes. We're gonna inhale with our arms up overhead and hold our arms in a big circle overhead like an O. So it's inhale. Come up on the balls of your feet, hold the breath, hold the balance. And whenever you're ready, it's a big open mouth exhale with a whoosh. A double pump of the knees before you come back up. Last one. We got ourselves warmed up. Let's do hanging onto a surface and swinging our hip, swinging our leg forward and back, forward and back. And then we can take that leg across in front of us and out to the side, cross, out. And then we can be at a little bit of an angle. We can swing out to the side a bit. Notice how you feel that. If you have a hip replacement, make sure this movement is safe for you. And notice how it doesn't take very long to really feel that in the hips. So let's sweep our hips from side to side. And then we'll do that on the other side. So we swing the leg forward and back. Trying to keep the toes more toward front than out to the side. You can be hanging on to something, it's a heck of a lot easier. And then we'll just take that leg out in front of us and cross. And then we'll just diagonal. And then hip circles. Change direction. And then we'll do our rooster stands on one leg. Right leg standing leg. Right fingers pointing to the left elbow. Thumb of the hand, the thumb of the top hand is pointing back toward you. Use your focal point to help you keep your balance. And then other side whenever you're ready. You might need some soft knocks on your hip creases. Other leg, standing leg, lift up the knee. Rooster stands on one leg. Rise up. Heart is lifted. We're not shrugging our shoulders are down, but we're rising through core. Smiling, sending gratitude for how hard that ankle and foot is working. Depending on your body's story, that whole foot ankle complex can be constantly shifting as it's maintaining your balance, which is really pretty amazing. All right, hands on hips, right leg, standing leg. We're going to take that knee up, out to the side, any amount. And same thing, notice what's going on in that ankle and foot. It's busy. And then other side, we're going to do 3 sets of these. Use your focal point. So your pace, 2 more sets each side. One more set. There's a lot going on here in our hip complex when we are doing this movement and balance. So finishing up your balance whenever you're ready, and then starting your picking apples, picking cherries. You hike up a hip and the opposite arm reaches up to grab the fruit off the tree. And you're stretching, that bottom elbow is back. It's as if we're like hiking up a hip to hold a heavy toddler. That's the action that stretches out our low back muscles that start at the rib cage and go down to the pelvis. QL, quadratus lumborum. Great. And dog wags tail. And then Phoenix spreads its wings. So we have our feet wide, got our hands on our thighs above our knees. We take our hand to the opposite thigh, the arms out to the side, thumb down. We gaze at that hand, and then we switch. Sweep from side to side, shifting the weight from one leg to the other. This is a fantastic stretch for glutes, hips, thighs, all of our muscles of our back, our shoulders and arms. And it's good for balance. Right. Come back upright. We're gonna do one set of plucking stars and rearranging them. So we sweep our hand up, come up on the balls of your feet, look up, and then bring that hand behind the plane of your body, the whole arm as it comes down, following the movement with your gaze all the way to the bottom, and switch arms. Sweep up, inhale, and exhale down. And there is our practice.